Hey there, Star Wars fans. This is Darth Skippy, and I'm going to come to you today and talk about some stuff, especially that's been heavy on my mind, and that is the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I know there's a lots of fans out there. Well, I shouldn't say lots of fans. There's a certain little group of fans out there that are not happy with the series. And it's the same whiny bitches that we get every time we have a series. This is what is that makes me very frustrated about the Star Wars fandom. Every time there is something new released, you have the whiny bitch faction over here, that likes to just nitpick, pull everything apart, and just cry about everything they can possibly cry about, and just it's so annoying. And this is what we have to do every time that we have a new series come out. I mean, we have a series now with Ian McGregor, Hayden Christensen reprising their roles. Okay, those are the guys that made them famous in Revenge of the Sith, and the Attack of the Clones, and the Phantom Menace. These are the guys that defined these roles in those movies. And this is an extension of that. For you to sit here and gripe and bitch and nitpick about everything, and especially the story. I mean, if you've never read The Hero's Journey by Joseph Campbell, you should go read it. Okay? There's so many things in there that will help you figure out what the hell is going on. It's actual storytelling, it's folklore, it's things that go on and how everything has to rhyme and have reason to make everything work. And you don't get it in the first two fucking episodes or three episodes of the goddamn show. That's not how it fucking works. I'm sorry that you whiny little bitch fans out there don't understand the concept of storytelling. You want to gripe about how Obi-Wan, let's go down and let's talk about it. They want to gripe about Obi-Wan. He's not that good with a lightsaber. Well, no shit. He hasn't had one in his hands for 10 fucking years. Why would he be good at it? He's not going to go back and be like, woo, I'm back to Revenge of the Sith. No. He's 10 years older. He hasn't been training with a lightsaber. He's got PTSD. The dude is having fucking nightmares every day of his fucking life. Okay? He's having nightmares, PTSD, every night. He can't sleep. He's doing the same shit over and over and over again. He's got some dickhead uncle that hates his guts and doesn't even want him near Luke, which is the person he's there to protect. He's been there for 10 years. You're not thinking of all the things that are going around that are really just inside of his brain that, that are driving him, kind of mad. And not only that, he's been cut off from the Force for 10 years. That's why he can't speak to Qui-Gon. He's cut himself off from the Force because if he didn't cut himself off from the Force, guess what? Darth Vader would be able to find him. And you know what? Hey, look, when you get into the second episode, then you go, oh, as soon as he says Anakin and opens himself up to the Force, he knows he's there. It's because he can sense his presence. I mean, come on, people. This is not rocket science. If you know anything about Star Wars, if you love anything about Star Wars, you would fucking understand that. And that's what's so frustrating with all these fans and the whiny bitch fans faction that I was talking about earlier. That's why I get so frustrated, and that's why so many fans get so frustrated, because they complain about all these little stupid ass things like this, and you're not going to get your cake, your brownies, all the nice junk food things that you want in the first fucking episode. It's storytelling. It has to happen in stages. Like Reva. People are complaining about Reva. And anybody who goes to the extremes of sending messages to an actor because they don't like their performance, and they send them racist comments because they don't like their performance, get the fuck out of the fandom. We don't want you here. You don't have any place here. So there's so many things going on that I get personally just offended by these people that just want everything all at once. It's not how it happens. You got to look at the characters themselves. Anakin has become Darth Vader in this 10 years. He has honed his skills as Darth Vader for the past 10 years. He's been hunting fucking Jedis and Jedi Masters for 10 years. Okay? The dude has been training every fucking day. We know that from the comics. He has his own training facility on Mustafar in his castle. He has droids that he fights against to keep himself together and honed and be this huge, instrument of evil. He's not cut himself off from the Force. And he's pissed off. He's been looking for Obi-Wan Kenobi for 10 fucking years. The dude is mad, hella insane with anger. And that's the thing that nobody's looking at any of these things. They're just looking at, oh, it's Darth Vader, he should be doing this. Or he's Obi-Wan Kenobi, he should be doing this. He was so weak when he was wielding his lightsaber against Darth Vader. You're goddamn right he was. He was fucking scared to death. Petrified. He's not good with a lightsaber. He's not ready for this battle. And he was only leading them away so Leia could get away off the planet. And another thing that I think of now, especially when it comes to Leia, people are talking about how, this little kid's ordering him around and telling him things to do and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, because the kid has got Force abilities. But also, Obi-Wan is very, very self-conscious, doesn't know really what he's doing. He hasn't been to these places or seen these places in 10 years or more. And his life has changed. He's not the Obi-Wan Kenobi we remember from Revenge of the Sith. That's why he got his ass handed to him by Darth Vader in episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, like I said, there's so many reasons, and I literally had to sit down and write up a list of things because there's so many things that people are not looking at when it comes to this character in this show. They want everything to happen in the first 3 episodes. That's not the way it happens. And the most disrespectful thing that I've ever seen is there was one of these jackass, people trying to get clicks. It's clickbait, trying to get clicks on a story that said that Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 3 was the worst thing in Star Wars, even compared to The Last Jedi. And like I said earlier, and it's just like, really? Like I said, The Last Jedi was a huge pile of shit. And to compare it to that, it just floors me. I couldn't believe what I was actually reading, and the content in it is so shitty. They go through and they nitpick every little thing in the Obi-Wan series, and I'm going, you realize all you're doing is making yourself look like an ass because you're just picking apart a story, that we had to actually pick up from and figure out, okay, what's Obi-Wan Kenobi doing these days? What's the atmosphere that's going on Tatooine? What's happening? So we had to base ourselves in that. The second episode, we get into, the adventure. Third episode, things are getting a little bit deeper. We only have 3 more episodes before it's the end of the series. Now, there is talk of a second season, which would be awesome. But that's not set in stone yet. But come on, guys. We got to do better as a fandom. Kick the shit out of these people. Get them the hell out of the fandom. It's okay to have an opinion, but when your opinion is flawed because you're basing it off of just total bullshittery and your emotional response because you're not getting what you want, as opposed to the actual facts of what's going on in the story or the actual facts of what's happening in the series, then it's just silly. It's just silly and asinine because you're doing this and it makes no sense. You base it in facts. That's why I wrote a list down of stuff because I wanted to go through and talk about the little things in here. There's so much going on in this show. There's so much emotionally involved with these 2 characters. You have a master and a student, and the master maimed his student, thought he was dead, thought he died, but he's not dead. he comes to realize that, and it's deep. There's a lot of stuff going on that emotionally in this show. It's not just all lightsabers and blowing shit up and using the force and all this other crap. I mean, it actually is something that is emotionally tangible to all of us, especially us folks that grew up watching Darth Vader and Obi-Wan and then seeing the prequels. I grew up with the original Star Wars. And then, of course, the prequels came out when my kids were small. And then the sequels came out, and then I'm trying to forget them because I'm not a fan. But it's still Star Wars. I don't agree with it, but it's still Star Wars. But there's no way that this series is as bad as The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is like that's the pivotal point of just like the worst Star Wars film, because there's so many things that were just done wrong, and the fans know that. Now you're gonna have that pocket of fans over here that be like, oh, it's a great movie, and it's because you don't understand the hero's journey. You don't understand Joseph Campbell. You don't understand storytelling, because if you did, you would know that's why a lot of the fans were upset when they shit on Luke Skywalker. I mean, that's just fact. When you shit on a character like that who is a pivotal, point in the whole story, fans kind of take offense to that, because it's like it's like you're basically throwing that person away, going, we don't need him. Luke Skywalker is very pivotal to everything, even in the prequels. It was leading up to Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. And then in the sequels, Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia are a huge part of that, because they are the building blocks. And of course, Han Solo was a part of that. They kill him off in the first movie. I mean, there's just so many things that just, I could go on and on about that. But I digress. Well, you folks tell me what you think. I mean, I am super frustrated with some of these fans, because it's not that I don't agree with them. I don't agree with their reasoning, because it makes no sense. The reasoning that they have is like they're not getting we're not getting Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith. Of course you're not getting him from Revenge of the Sith. The story has changed. Dude is living on a desert planet, smelling like ass, because even the Jawa told him he smelled like ass. Jawas probably don't smell that great anyway, but the Jawa's like, dude, I could smell you from Anchorhead. So, I mean, Obi-Wan's got the stank going on. So, there's all these factors that go into play here. So, but anyway, you folks, let me know what you think about everything. Put it down in the comments below, and I'd be glad to hear it. And go check out DarthSkippy.com. I'm out there on social media everywhere. So if you go to DarthSkippy.com, that's the official website. I'm just got toys up there selling. I got an eBay shop. I got a t-shirt shop on my website as well. Just go out there. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. I'm all over the place. So make sure you go out there, take a visit, look at some stuff. Go to my Instagram, laugh your ass off, because I have tons of memes that I put up there and just goofy stuff. So you folks, I will catch you on the flip side. May the force be with you. This is Darth Skippy signing off. Peace out.